Hello and welcome to Introduction to Physics. My name is Paul Eric and I'm going to be your instructor this semester. In this introductory video, I just want to show you how to use the various buttons on Canvas. So, since you're watching this video, that means that you have managed to get to the course homepage. If you want to go and view all of the classes that you're taking, you're going to click on this button over here that says Dashboard. At any time, if you want to return to this page, then you're going to click on the Home tab up here. Now, out of all of these different buttons, there's only a few of them that you're going to need to know. So one of the buttons is this one here, which is your course syllabus. So that if you click on it, it will take you to your course syllabus. But I'm currently in the student view, and under the student view there's a lot of things that are not working. So when you click on that button, you will be able to access the course syllabus. I encourage you to watch that syllabus before you come to class on the first day. Okay, so let's go back to home. Okay, the next thing is your bookshelf. Okay, so let's click on the bookshelf and see what happens. Alright, now this is going to be an electronic version of your textbook, Conceptual Physics, 12th edition. It will be available, so you'll be able to read it once you have signed up for the course. And right now we're having a little bit of difficulties getting the website to sync with the buttons on this display. So hopefully this will all be taken care of the first week of school. But normally, if you click on Read Now, you'll be able to go to the website and you'll be able to read an electronic version of your textbook so that you won't have to buy one. Incidentally, if you do want to buy one, you don't have to get the 12th edition. So if you want, you can just get a much cheaper edition off of eBay and they'll save you a lot of money. Okay, the next thing, so again, let's go back to home here. And I'm going to click this time on Conceptual Academy. Okay, and this is another thing that we're hoping that this will be working, so that when you open in a new tab, so when you click on this button, it's going to take you directly to the Conceptual Academy website. So it's www.conceptualacademy.com. So it'll take you to there, and then hopefully if you've been auto-enrolled, that's all that you got to do and you're going to be good to go. But we've been having some problems with this, and you may have to enter an access code that you should have received when you signed up for the course. It should have been in an email. So if you go back to your old emails and type in auto access, you might have gotten the access code for this. But don't worry about it until the first week of school. During our first lab, we will be talking about this, and I'm hoping to get everybody on and signed up for the course when we start next week. So again, don't worry about it yet. Alright, now the main thing is the modules. So let's click on modules. So this is where the bulk of all of your material for the course is going to be located at. Now this one up here that says ebook, it should be linked to over here where we talked about how to get an electronic copy of the ebook. But if it doesn't work, then don't worry about this. Just go to the bookshelf if you want to read the electronic copy of the book. So it may or may not work. It's technology. This is making your life better. So let's go down here to classroom materials. So here is the course calendar. And so this shows everything that we're going to be doing in class and exactly when we're going to be doing it. So this is the number of the lesson, and then this is the title of the lesson, and then this is the chapter you ought to read out of your textbook. And then there's also these optional videos called Physics Fundamentals. You can watch them if you want, but there's a whole bunch of them, and that covers all of these different aspects of physics. So if you want to watch any of those episodes, you can, but don't worry about it if you don't want to. Alright, so let me back out of the course calendar. Okay, now here is where all of the formulas that we're going to be doing this semester. So there is a lot of them. Now the good news is that on your exams I will give you the formulas. Now I won't tell you what the formulas mean. You have to know how to put the numbers into them. But I don't want you to memorize formulas in here. So there's all of the different formulas that are used in this course. Then in lab, we are going to be graphing things on Microsoft Excel. And so I'm going to tell you in lab how to do it, how to graph things on Microsoft Excel. But in case you aren't there for that particular lecture or you forget what I said, then here is a document that shows you how to do it. Then down here is my schedule for this semester. And it's kind of weird. I noticed when I clicked on it that you see that it cut it off. That's because it took the document and it cut out any parts that weren't necessary. So you see that at 9, 10 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it's really compressed right here. So, but this shows you when I'm going to be teaching your class here. In yellow is my office hours, and then the green ones I also teach astronomy. Okay, lecture materials. For the first 5 or 10 minutes of each of our lectures for the first unit, we're going to be talking about science and math topics. So let me show you what this looks like. So these are some things that all scientists should know, and it may just be a review for you. So you may already know, for example, what is the scientific method, and you may already know what the metric system is. But we're going to go over all of this just to make sure that everybody's on the same footing when they take the course. You're not thinking of dropping the course, are you? I hope not. Don't do it. Alright, now here is lesson number 1. So we're going to start off with lesson number 1 on Tuesday. And then here's the PowerPoint for it. So if I click on this one, this is my outline for what I'm going to be talking about on Tuesday. And you see that there are lesson objectives. And so here is lesson objective number 1. And then when you go down to here, you see number 1, branches of science. So the numbers on here correspond to the lesson objectives. And there will be a test question that goes with each of the learning objectives. So we'll talk more about this next week. But that's lesson number 1. Okay, now if you are sick or you're under quarantine or something and you can't come to class, then watch these videos. So these videos are exactly what I'm going to be doing in class, and it pretty much goes with the PowerPoint. I'm constantly updating the PowerPoints, so they may not exactly sync together, but they're going to be very close. So here's a video version of the lesson if you want to watch it. Now normally you don't need to watch that. So, but you do need to read the PowerPoint before you come to class. Alright, so here's the rest of them. So those are all the different lessons that we're going to do. Each one has a PowerPoint and each one of them has a video. And then down here, next week, we're going to do this one. So this is what to do in case of an emergency in lab. And then down here is the actual labs themselves. So all of the labs from Unit 1 are in here. So let's see if this one will open. It's a pretty big file. How's the parking? Okay, having a good day so far? Alright, there we go. So this is your lab, and if you keep on going down, this will be the actual first lab that we do, I believe, is fun with tape. So that would be this one. So you can be looking at this material before you come to class. But that's our first lab. And then when we get to Unit 2, then these are the labs that goes with that. Then down here is videos. So there is a video for the first lab, Fun with Tape, and then there's a video for all of these other ones. Now normally you won't need to watch these videos unless you're at home. But the idea is that you should be able to do these labs at home if you have to. I don't want you to, but if you're on quarantine or something, you should be able to do at least part of the lab at home when you do that. Alright, and then finally down here at the bottom is useful videos. And so this has a long list of different videos that I've found on YouTube that go with physics. And then there's also some useful computer simulations. The big one is going to be called PHET, P-H-E-T. And there's a series of computer simulations on physics that we use. And then down here, you don't need to watch this if you don't want to, but this is produced by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and you can find whatever career that you're interested in, find it on here, and then it will tell you how much do these people make, and then what kind of education do they need, what's the job like, you know, how much time do you spend inside and out, and then also what's the projected growth rate for it. So it's kind of an interesting website to go to. I'm not going to test you on it, but if you haven't decided yet on your major or what you want to do, then that's what that is for. Okay, so I think that is it. I'll return back to the home page here, and also over here is your course announcements. So you also should click on there to see what it's been disabled. Don't worry, it'll be up there. But when you click on there, you should be able to find out what the course announcements are for that week. So I will be seeing you then in class next week. If you have any questions, email me. My email address is right here. Here's my telephone number. Here's where my office is at. So stop by if you ever want to talk to me. But probably better to come during my office hours, which are listed right here. And otherwise, I will see you next week. Bye.